Hello everybody, I'm Greene from Market Share Communications and welcome to another episode of Meet the Experts. I'm really excited today to be welcoming Dan Hollis, the president of The Magic of Selling and the author of a book called The Magic of Selling, A Treasure Map to Bigger and Better Sales. And we're excited to have you. How are you, Dan?
I'm great, Ilene. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, we're very pleased to have you, and we're excited to hear what you have to say. So,
excellent.
Why don't we start by telling everybody just a little bit about your journey to your professional journey and how you got here?
Sure. I'll give you the short version. People that know me know that the short version is a long version, but I will keep it short. I've been in sales for over 30 years of my life. That's not counting when I was a kid and I had a newspaper route and all kinds of other entrepreneurial type activities. But in those 30 plus years, I've been in media primarily, radio, television, film, print. And one of the things that has happened over the years, which is really interesting, is many people that I've had as clients, they just recognize something in me. And there were times when they asked me if I could help their salespeople. Maybe they're onboarding a couple of people or what have you. And so I always, I've been spending a lot of time over the years helping people do that while working on that particular career. So it was kind of a natural fit to go from there into becoming a true entrepreneur and starting my own business 4.5 years ago now.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So Dan, you call the training The Magic of Selling and your book The Magic of Selling. Tell us what's magical about it.
Well, there's just something interesting about the word magic, and I don't mean Harry Potter. I think of people like Walt Disney, the man, and in California, he called it the Magic Kingdom. And I think of childhood, which was so special to me, and I call it the magic of childhood. So it just seemed like a natural progression when I was coming up with the title for my book years ago. And when I started my own company, there's just something really interesting. There's something that I love and it's so near and dear to my heart. I always call it the magic of fill in the blank.
I love that. And I think it's a great thing to get people excited about selling because a lot of people are nervous about it. So making magic is a great thing.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Share with us a little bit about how you help people and also the types of people that you work with.
Oh, absolutely. In the 4.5 years that I've had the magic of selling, I've worked with solo entrepreneurs who are obviously involved in selling, companies that have a few salespeople, many salespeople, newbies, anyone between 1 and 3 years, seasoned veterans, and everything in between. And what I'm trying to do is help people sell from a position of strength, to improve, to be better at what they do. Sometimes I'm talking to people about their mindset and being in the right frame of mind. We talk a lot about being prepared, prepared when you pick up the phone, prepared when you have a meeting. How do you make it a strong meeting? Asking the right questions, being able to handle objections effectively, being able to relate to people, the psychology of selling, everything that's going on in that moment. I always like to say you don't win the football game the day of the game. It's the week before the game, getting your body prepared, right, studying the playbook. And it's the same thing with going on a prospecting call and meeting somebody, or when you're going to pick up the phone, you want to think things out. So I mean, like I'm great at networking and people skills, I feel like, but when someone says to me, you have to sell, I go into panic mode. So what do you do for those people that say, I'm really nervous about selling? How do you know? Well, the nice thing is that if you can do something that first time, you can do it anytime. So if you have that mentality, it's like riding on a roller coaster. Something you never did, you never wanted to do, and then somebody finally convinces you to do it, and you go through it, and then you realize that you're still alive, you still have a pulse, you actually liked it. So, it's a confidence thing, it's working on your mindset. And the more prepared you are, if you love what you're doing, it's not going to be very difficult. So anyway, there's so many different areas, from prospecting and filling up your pipeline to going on that first meeting to having a powerful meeting, getting into a serious conversation with somebody, looking for buying signals. How do you close a certain situation, certain deal?
There's
organizational
so much to it.
skills,
Yeah.
goal setting, referrals, on and on and on. So there are so many different areas that we explore with the magic of selling, and sometimes we'll cover everything, and sometimes we'll just focus on one particular area. So, yeah.
Dan, please share with us what you love most about being a sales trainer.
You know, I always loved selling, and I love teaching. So to be able to marry the two has been wonderful. And there's just something about when I go to sleep at night and I put my head on the pillow and I kind of look at the day and who I worked with and what happened, and when they're kind enough to say nice things to me about the ROI or helping their sales team or some of the positive things that have happened, it's just such a rewarding feeling. So at the top of the list, the best part about it is being able to help people. And then just to kind of piggyback on that, I think I'm a natural pay it forward type human being.
I think you are.
And one example would be when I'm riding my Harley and I'm heading out into Pennsylvania. There's a bridge that's not far from where we live, and every once in a while I'll pay the dollar for the person behind me who I don't know.
I love that.
And the best part is it's kind of like a social experiment, this little butterfly effect that happens. But what's so cool is as I'm looking in my mirror to watch what happens, you could see the guy that's collecting the money go like, oh. And then the people that are driving, they're like, you know,
who's this guy?
That? But then you see them smile, and you just wonder, like, that little action, what it might have caused for the rest of their day and whatnot. So anyway, I just love to help people.
Dan, as we're wrapping everything up, tell us a little bit, share with us about anyone who wants to pursue a career in sales. What advice would you give them?
It's just a fantastic way to make a living. I know that when I went to college, I loved learning. You know, I've always loved going to school, but college, there's something magical about it because they treated you like an adult, and if you studied and you did your homework and your reports and all these types of things, it was just really wonderful. And in a selling career, it's like going to college. You can prospect on any business, and you can become friends with all of these different people and these different businesses. And you can get the autonomy that you love so much. The other really cool thing is that if you go work for somebody, if you can make yourself really valuable to them, the sky's the limit. And it doesn't matter what's happening with the economy, you know, whether it's going up or going down. If you have value to somebody, they're going to want you on their team. So it's just very rewarding for so many different ways. And if you're going to be graduating from college soon and you're looking for something to do career-wise, doesn't matter what your major was, selling is just a fabulous profession.
Great. I also want to mention right now that we are really thrilled. We're forming a partnership with Dan and his company, The Magic of Selling. And to kick it off, Biz Circles, our event department of market share, if you will, is starting a 4-part series in July, on July 18th. It's a breakfast, and we're going to have one each month, and Dan is going to be teaching each of these 4 sessions. It's going to be at Liberty Office Suites in Pine Brook, New Jersey. It's a breakfast, as I said, and we're hoping that everybody will look into it. We're going to have a page on Market Share under our events about it. We're going to be emailing everybody. But if you're interested, please give us a call at Market Share, 973-299-8001, and we can fill you in, or you can go to the website and look at the course and what it entails. But Dan's fantastic, and we are thrilled because it's going to be the start of this great partnership. And marketing and sales really go hand in hand. It's not, you can't have one without the other in a company. As a marketing firm, we are the support for sales, and Dan is picking up the other part of that equation, which is helping people to sell better, and we're here to help them with the marketing end of it. So we're excited to get this off the ground.
I couldn't be excited any more than I am right now, and even these business circle classes that we're going to have, you know, I always like to say that you can't learn how to play the guitar like Eddie Van Halen in one day, in a 2-hour seminar.
For sure.
But the number of takeaways that you're going to get by joining us that day that you'll be able to apply right away are well worth it.
Right. So we're excited. So we hope you'll all consider joining us on July 18th. And if somebody out there sees this and needs some help with their sales training, please get in touch with Dan. And we look forward to seeing all of you again at our next Meet the Experts.